Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. And before we play bingo, here are the rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052 MBI 35606. First rule, one ball will be drawn at the beginning of the session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3. Number 2, when bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo on the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Number 3, each bingo game will be closed when a winner or winners have called in and their cards have been verified, and it has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive your calls and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4, final win confirmation occurs when the winners present their date stamped sheet containing the winning card to NACTV Studio. Number 5, prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 6, in the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event's start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. If a player is unable to play the following Wednesday, they may exchange their cards at NACTV Studio for a future game. Please check the nactv.tv website or call the office for confirmation of the games to be played. Number 7, Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards, although they look more like yellow cards nowadays. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8, Games 2 and 3 are played on the colored cards. Tonight it's orange. Game 2, the X game, has $150 available to be won. Game 3, which continues on from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot in 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. And number 9, if Game 3 is won with a toonie ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive either the jackpot or the consolation prize, as well as the toonie pot. Okay, that concludes the rules, and good luck, everyone. I hope I call your number tonight, or call that last number for you. Okay, toonie number is B1. Wow. Okay, B1 it is for a toonie number. Goes back in the blower. And we get started on the gold colored cards. A jackpot in 50 numbers or less is now at $17,103. First number out is under the G57. G57. Under the O69, O69. Under the G58, G58. Under the B2, B2. Under the B4, B4. Under the G60, G60. Under the N35, N35. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the B9, B9. Under the O63, O63. Under the O71, O71. Under the G46, G46. Under the O73, O73. Under the O68, O68. Under the B12, B12. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the G47, G47. Under the O62, O62. Under the G50, G50. Under the G55, G55. Under the N32, N32. Under the B11, B11. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the O64, O64. Under the G49, G49. Under the N41, N41. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the N44, N44. Under the O70, O70. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the I-23, I-23. Under the G52, G52. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the N34, N34. Under the B1, B1. Under the B10, B10. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the O66, O66. Under the N37, N37. Under the O74, O74. Under the B14, B14. Under the G51, G51. Under the N36, N36. Under the N39, N39. Under the G53, G53. Under the B15, B15. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the B8, B8. Under the N45, N45. Under the N31, N31. And that is your 50-second number. So we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and see if anybody can claim that jackpot of $17,103. And that is the value as of last week's game. Tonight's game, we don't know how many packages were sold for tonight's game. So that pot, if somebody won, would increase by 50 cents per package sold for tonight's game. So we'll find out our numbers tomorrow. We did sell 112 cards though for last week's game. 112 packages were sold last week, and that toonie pot is now at $4,864. There's a Kinsman Courts is having a fundraiser. It is a 5-course meal for 6 people in a private dining room. It's valued at $600. You can purchase a ticket for $10 or 3 for $20. Date of the dinner is Thursday, November 16th at 5:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the NACTV office and Kinsman Courts too. So if you come in to pick up bingo or for any other things, you can also get a ticket for this 5-course meal for 6 people in a private dining room, which I imagine is at Kinsman Courts. And it's valued at $600. 1 ticket for $10 or 3 for $20. And that's on the November 16th at 5:30 for the dinner. The phone lines are open to receive your calls. The phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the consolation round. For $100, still looking for a blackout on the gold or yellow colored cards. We now have under the N33. N33. Under the B3. B3. Under the N42. N42. Under the N40, N40. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the I-16, I-16. Under the O65, O65. Under the B6, B6. And we have a caller. So we'll pause here for a moment. That number hasn't been called, that's in the window. So B6 is our last number called. Okay. And a valid bingo on B6. And we have one phone line open to receive your calls. So valid bingo on B6. Okay, I think I'll talk about our annual general meeting that's being held tomorrow. So NACTV is holding their annual general meeting tomorrow at the Kisman Courts 2 at 7 o'clock. If you're interested in coming still and you haven't registered, you can call and see if we have room for you or not. Or you can watch us on TV. It won't be broadcast live, it'll be recorded and then edited and then put on the TV. But our annual general meeting will be broadcast on the TV, just not live, later. And that's happening for us tomorrow. Doors open at 7 and we'll have our meeting shortly after that. And if there's anyone out there who would like to join and be a board member just to help out with things, we're always in need of new board members. If you know of somebody who you think might be able to help out and be a board member, please call the office and let somebody know here. Or if you're going to the AGM, you can let us know there. We also are in need of a bingo caller, because there's only me, Karina Jasnick, and Jeremy that do bingo calling right now, so we do need another bingo caller. All right, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And we will be moving on to the orange colored cards. Okay, the winner of the Bonanza Constellation was Noel Delvo of Winnipeg, and purchased the cards by mail through NACTV. Congratulations to Noel. Okay, we're going to move on to those orange colored cards with our tuning numbers B1, so you're hoping not to see it right now, for game 2, which is the letter X. On the orange colored cards, looking for that letter X for a prize of $150. Your first number out is under the 074. 074. Under the B3, B3. Under the 065, 065. Under the G60, G60. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the G53, G53. Under the B15, B15. Under the B6, B6. Under the O70, O70. Under the N38, N38. Under the G57, G57. Under the N37, N37. Under the O72, O72. Under the G55, G55. Under the G51, G51. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the B11, B11. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the G59, G59. Under the O63, O63. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the B8, B8. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the I-28, I-28. And that is caller. So we're going to pause here. With the last number called is I-28. And check if somebody has a bingo. Eight, 2, 4, 5. And is that one number back? Okay. Valid bingo and one number back on I-20. I-20, one number back. Valid bingo for the letter X. And we do have one phone line open to receive your calls. I'd like to thank all the businesses, the community supporters of NACTV that help to sell our bingo packages. They are Harris Pharmacy, Tim Tom's, Rocking Animal House, Neepawa Legion, Touchwood Park, and for Kinsman Courts residents, Kinsman Courts. We now have both phone lines open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. And one more time, they're having a second anniversary dinner at Kinsman Courts 2. It's a fundraiser. They are selling one ticket for $10 or three for $20. And they're selling tickets for a 5-course meal for 6 people in a private dining room, which is valued at $600. The date of the dinner is Thursday, November 16th at 5:30 p.m. And you can purchase the tickets at the NACTV office or at Kinsman Courts 2. I'll have to remember to bring some money tomorrow when I come to NACTV, so I can purchase one of those tickets. Or maybe 3. I don't know yet. Okay. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, declare this game closed. And we will move on to the jackpot. Still on the orange colored cards. And let me set the jackpot value at $7,350. Okay, our winner on the Big X was Val Lee Batillier of Neepawa, purchasing the winning card at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to Val. Hey, remember, B1 hasn't been called yet, so that's our tuning number. And your next number on the orange colored cards is under the G52. G52. We're looking for a blackout now. Under the N32. N32. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the O67, O67. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the O68, O68. Under the N35, N35. Under the G58, G58. Under the B13, B13. Under the G48, G48. Under the O73, O73. Under the O61, O61. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the O66, O66. Under the N34, N34. Under the N39, N39. Under the B4, B4. Under the B12, B12. Under the I-16, I-16. Under the N40, N40. Under the B7, B7. Under the G46, G46. Under the B14, B14. Under the B2, B2. Under the N42, N42. Under the G54, G54. under the N45, N45. And that is your 50-second number. So we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes, see if anybody can claim the jackpot of $7,350, of which there'll be 50 cents per package added to that after tonight's game, or after we pick up the cards and find out how many we sold. Okay, while we're waiting, I have the flu and COVID vaccine clinic announcement to make here. The flu and COVID vaccine clinics will be held on November 3rd from 11:30 till 6 p.m. There's no appointment required. On November 17th from 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. They prefer an appointment. Walk-ins will start at 1 p.m. On Wednesday, November 8th, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, appointments are preferred. Walk-ins will start at 11 a.m. Oh, that's why they have the not chronological order. Okay, for November 3rd and the 17th, it'll be at the Yellowhead Center. On the November 8th one, it's going to be at the Legion Hall. Make sure you bring your Manitoba health card with you. And eligibility is 6 months of age and up, or 6 months from your last COVID-19 vaccine or a COVID-19 infection. And you can, that's your eligibility. Online, you can go to prairiemountainhealth.ca to book your appointment. Again, that's November 3rd, 8th, and 17th. So you can also probably see those dates and the information there as well on that prairiemountainhealth.ca. All right, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And B1 has not been called yet, so somebody could still win that toonie pot of $4,864, of which $1 per package sold for tonight's game would be added to that. Okay, for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we will move on to the consolation round for $100. And next number is under the I-23. I-23. Under the B5, B5. Under the O69, O69. Under the B9, B9. Under the O64, O64. Under the N43, N43. And we have a caller already. Eight, 6, 7, 3. One number before that? 3 numbers back. Check the other ones. They're not up there. Okay, B9 is a winner. 3 numbers back. Wow, that's pretty early bingoing. Okay. So B9, about 3 numbers back, and the other phone line is open. 3 numbers back would be about the 55th number. Wow, that's only 3 past the jackpot value, 1 of 52 numbers. Anyways. So B9, 3 numbers back. We'll wrap it up for tonight. Looks like we're going to be done early tonight. Wow, okay. So before everybody leaves and has a great week, if you can think of anybody who might like to join the NACTV board, please have them call the office and let their name stand as a board member. You don't have to be on the executive, just a member at large. We really do need more members for ideas, help here and there. Okay, we'll wait for the timer to count down. And we'll thank the businesses one more time for carrying the bingo packages and selling them for us. Let's go a different order. Neepwa Legion, Kinsman Courts 2 for Kinsman Courts residents, Rocking Animal House, Tim Tom's, and Harris Pharmacy. Okay, for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. And not hearing any other calls, I declare this game closed. And the winner on the Blackout Consolation was Tanis Brown of Neepwa, purchasing the cards here at the station. Congratulations, Tanis. So recapping for tonight, 1 winner for 1 game. Bonanza Consolation was won by Noel Delvaux of Winnipeg, purchasing the cards at the station. Val Lee Boutillier won the Big X of Neepwa, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. And the Blackout Consolation was won by Tanis Brown, also of Neepwa, and purchased the cards at NACTV. Congratulations to our winners for tonight. I think you've all won before, so you know that you can't pick up your checks till after 1 o'clock tomorrow. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you all for playing along. Your support is greatly appreciated. Have a great week, and see you next Wednesday. And maybe at the AGM on tomorrow. Okay, good night.